Hey, welcome to Sunday Ramble with a very special guest star, Squirrel. Squirrel likes to mung on the apples. She's really got a thing about them. If we're very lucky, maybe the incumbent wallaby will appear. Incumbent wallaby? Incumbent Joey.
He's a Joey.
He's a Joey, that's right.
He was out a minute ago.
He was at him, yeah, he was.
Yeah. But it's raining here, so.
Yeah, it's not exactly what you would call, Oh. No!
We've gone too hard.
She went too hard. Oh my god, this stuff is like crack. Oh yeah. Oh, apple rush.
You get like a sugar high in a minute.
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of other apples lying, bits and pieces lying around.
She went away for a while and we didn't see her for a few days. We really miss her.
What do we do when she's not around?
Yeah. Like, oh, where's Squirrel? I hope she's alright.
Yeah. There she is.
She's so beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, she's pretty cool. So unfortunately, we don't have any topics this week, so we're going to have to make it up as we go along. We could talk about the eating habits of the Bennett's wallaby. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's all hard to say, really.
I do know that you're going to have to hold that pad up for the entirety.
Yeah, and if this is going to turn into another 20-minute video while I'm holding this pad up, it's really going to get a sore arm. So I'm going to have to position this.
Yeah.
And we can use Squirrel here as the background.
Oh, there, look.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Out, zoom in.
There we go.
Hello, baby.
There it is.
Hello, baby.
What are we going to name the baby?
I don't know.
Baby?
Oh, look.
We can't name it Baby. That's not a name.
Oh, it's a baby. Oh, he's so cute. Got to be getting ready to come out and start exploring.
Oh, for sure.
Man, that must be so heavy in her pouch.
Yeah.
But she still gets around really well.
Well, I mean, you know, wallabies are all muscle.
Hi.
They're like wombats.
We do catch you in your little ears. Oh.
Oh, Mom, share some of that crack with me. I gotta have some apple crack. Oh, no, it's gonna... Alright, yeah, this is starting to get heavy, so I'm gonna pause this for a moment and then set it up so you guys can watch the wallaby show. Okay, so we're back, and I got the pad propped up here. Hopefully it'll hold itself in place. Can't be sure. Anyway. Damn wallabies showing up in the yard, puking, eating stuff, bringing their family with them. Jesus.
I think she's doing pretty well. She's a single mom.
That's a valid point. I guess that's a interesting topic for conversation, you know, like
Single moms.
well, being a single parent. It's not easy, it's a pain in the ass.
I don't know. I've never been a single parent.
Oh.
I imagine it is pretty difficult.
Well, I was a single parent for about, I don't know, a year or something.
Yeah, of an adult.
Well, okay, granted that doesn't count.
No.
We're not going to count that. How about, I can't do anything. I'm going to pause the video again. And we're back. Well, that was an interesting little... Yeah, look, it's weird. It's like, I mean, I know she's, you know, a wild animal and all that and everything, but when she's not around, like, you know, fairly often, we get concerned. I mean, I guess it's sort of like, I mean, I guess the absurdity of it is that, you know, it's a wild animal and it's free to come and go as it pleases, and, you know, and I guess a lot of people would just go, oh, who cares this shit? It's just a wallaby, you know. But I don't know. We're just kind of really attached to her, you know. I mean, I think she'd been hanging around here for a long time before we moved in, and so this was like her space or something, and we kind of felt like, all right, well, let's not encroach on her. Let's just let her do what she wants to do, and if she wants to hang out, she will, and if she doesn't, she won't.
I think she's quite recognisable too. You know, a lot of the other wallabies, you can't tell them apart, but because she's got little baby, you know it's her. You know it's the same wallaby. So you sort of form this attachment, and you get to know her habits, and she starts to trust you a little bit more and come a little closer, and yeah, and also I just want to cuddle up with her. I know that she's got big claws and probably a myriad of parasites, but she just looks so snuggy.
She is very snuggy, you know.
Beautiful.
It's like people look at polar bears and go, oh, they're so cute, they will tear you apart.
Oh yeah, she'd make a mess of you.
Oh
They
yeah.
stand up like kangaroos. They stand up on their back paws or their tail, and yeah, they've got really, really long claws.
Oh yeah, if you back them into a corner like any wild animal, they will attack you.
Yeah. But she's sweet. We just leave her be and watch little Joey growing, and yeah.
Yep, the bits of carrot are still there. She doesn't like carrot as
She's
much
not
as
a big
apple.
fan. No, she's
No.
a sweet tooth.
She's got a sweet tooth. I want the apple crack.
I think about like carrying the Joey around, and as he or she's getting bigger and bigger, I mean, squirrel's still supplying the Joey with milk.
Yeah.
And also carrying that extra weight around. Like, she must need a huge amount of calories
Yeah.
to maintain her body weight.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, it's not like we're gonna, it's not like we're gonna walk out there in the middle of the night for a cigarette and she's sitting at the picnic table eating KFC, going, "What?
No.
He was dead when I got here."
No. They don't eat meat, do they? I think
No.
they're herbivores.
I think they're purely herbivores.
Yeah.
I think maybe they possibly eat insects, but I really don't know about that. I think they're just straight up herbivores, which is, as nature intended, and I really do enjoy the company of the said wallaby,
Yeah.
dun squirrel.
She's beautiful.
Mm.
We don't really have any topics, do we?
No, we don't have topics.
Well, I was thinking, two things I'm going to try really hard not to do. I'm going to try really hard not to swear,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to try really hard not to offend anybody.
Okay, well, that's always.
So they're my two
Those are always a couple of
challenges.
good points.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking it might be nice to talk about how this whole silver stacking thing, it happens online for you, but how you kind of form relationships with people that you've never met.
Oh yeah.
And they're actually quite strong relationships, and you sort of start to get to know people through this format. Even though, we've never seen each other's faces, you kind of get to know.
Well, I
people.
guess, I mean, like, we look at this technology as being, very, very new and that sort of thing. But the reality of it is that people have been communicating like that for generations. I mean, before we had things like YouTube and video, we had, pen pals. And people would write letters to each other for years and years, and they would know all the details of each other's lives in such detail that it was astonishing, And when they finally did meet, it was like you were welcoming a lost family member, I think tools like this, like from my point of view, being autistic, that does create some problems in that, okay, I'm dyslexic,
Socially, you're pretty awkward too.
Socially, I'm not that great, The reality of it is people freak me out. And I'm working very hard to learn how to control that to a level where I can go back to work and stuff and, be a useful member of society and all that crap. Of course, working in a bottle shop when you're an alcoholic is a very, very bad idea. But, I feel like I'm getting closer to the point where I could just go back to doing it. But, I mean, it wouldn't be, like, I wouldn't be doing I wouldn't be working in shops like it's like like a sales assistant or something like that. It'd be more like I would work in a warehouse and keep track of stock, the ins and outs and all those kinds of things that, my artistic nature kind of, kicks in and I go, okay, I can tell you exactly, we have exactly 12 boxes of this particular dish soap and blah, 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 blah. And that would be fine. And I could do that. But I think realistically, I'm always going to build things in the background, whether it's boxes or, I used to make knives or, whatever, or furniture or whatever, because I have to create things. My dad referred to it as feeding the beast, where you have this artistic nature. You have to create something. You can't just go, I don't feel like doing it today. You're still, in your mind, you're ticking over, okay, like how am I going to do this particular joint on this particular thing, and how am I going to laminate these two pieces of timber together to make something more visually interesting, blah, blah, blah. So I think this kind of format for an autistic person, or just people who don't particularly enjoy, the up close personal, in your face interaction contact with people, it's a perfect format for that.
It's good for you too, because it can be really hard being in a relationship with someone with Asperger's, because this is a generalisation, but I'm speaking from my personal experiences. They're very, very inward focused. You focus on yourself, and you get very into certain tasks, and can't be disturbed. So it's nice for me to see you reaching out and making connections, and it's good because you can sit here and talk all about yourself. It's good.
Well, the reason that I think people with Asperger's are fairly inward facing is because to yourself that, okay, I'm an okay subject within myself. Okay, so it's a safe thing for me, right? Whereas, a lot of interaction with other people can be quite stressful and quite, it can be quite difficult.
It can be stressful for me too, and I'm a normie.
You're a neurotypical, dear.
I think we've all got autistic tendencies, and they say we're all on the spectrum somewhere.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, as soon as I met you, I thought, I reckon you're autistic. And so having a relationship where you have somebody with autism and somebody without, it can be quite challenging.
Yeah, but I reckon it's probably...
Not so much for you, probably, but for me, I find it quite a challenge at times.
I do apologize about that.
You don't need to apologise. I
that...
love you just the way you are, and, I hate when people sort of call it like an affliction or something like that, because to me, it wouldn't be you if you weren't autistic. But that doesn't mean that it's not without its challenges. And as the non-autistic person, you are constantly giving more. You're always making more allowances, and being infinitely more patient. So
I apologize about that.
You don't need to apologise. It's just the way it is. It's fact. It's just the way it is.
I guess from my point of view is like I'm aware of these things, and I don't feel good about being the person who, is producing less as far as things like, relationships and housework and that sort of stuff. I mean, I do feel bad about that because it's sort of like, I kind of feel like, oh God, I just feel like I'm taking advantage. I mean, and then the logical part of my brain kicks in and goes, yeah, but dude, it's not your fault. You are the way you are because you have autism, and it's just how you are. It's not your fault. That's how you were born. And then, it comes back to oh yeah, but I didn't vacuum the floor and I feel shitty about it. So, yeah.
I think you're becoming more conscious of...
Well, I'm certainly trying to be more conscious.
Yeah. And I try to be very patient and not, hold expectations too high. I don't know, for one reason or another, we seem to get on pretty well. I'm a difficult person to live with too. I
Not
totally get
really.
that. No, I am. It's fine. I totally get that. And,
I don't think you're a difficult person to live with at all. I think, it's me that causes the problems. Because I am batshit crazy. But, I mean,
yeah.
no, it's all right. It's just how things are. But, look, whether you're artistic or not, if you have a relationship with a significant other, and the thing about this community is that a lot of people who stack the silver, they do have significant others. And, I guess sort of stacking silver is it's a very... it's a very tight-knit community, but it's also a very specific subject, So, your partner is usually a very woman of incredible patience. It goes, yes, that's lovely.
That's nice,
Look, it's
dear.
a kangaroo and a coin.
That's nice.
That's
dear.
fabulous.
Yeah. But I mean, I try to show interest because that's part of being in a relationship, is showing interest in what your significant other has an interest in.
But I mean, it's again, in any relationship, whether it's artistic or not, is the cornerstone to any good relationship is communication,
Yes.
and being able to say, okay,
You are not meeting my needs. My needs are not being met.
you have needs.
Yeah, but I think that's definitely the key, is good communication and not putting your needs last as well, because you're not doing yourself or anybody else any favours by doing that.
No, you should never do that.
No, and I learnt that the hard way. You can't make a martyr of yourself. It's just not going to work.
Well, no, it's a great big pain in the ass, and it turns it into a chore, and then it's like a
Yeah.
resentment thing, and that's
Exactly. You're better off just to say, hey, I need you to do this. This needs to happen for me to be happy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. And it's, it's, this community of people is
They seem very accepting,
I've never heard anybody in this community,
supportive.
start saying derogatory things about other people. I've never heard anything like racism or sexism or, oh, they're gay. I don't like them because they're gay and the Bible says it's wrong or whatever. I've never heard anything like that. And I think that's, when a community accepts, people of, differences. And I only use the word differences just to sort of like emphasize the point that not everybody is the same.
Oh, thank God for that.
Oh yeah, no. You imagine a world where we're all clones of each other? That would be the most insane thing.
I don't want to be in a relationship with another me. That would drive me crazy.
Oh yeah, no. I totally get that.
Yeah.
I would break up with myself in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
I
think I like the differences.
No, the differences are great.
Yeah.
It's what makes the, variations and what have you. So it's, it's a good thing. Celebrate the differences and all those kinds of things. I think it's very important. But anyway, I guess we should wrap it up because we've been rambling on now for like 19 minutes.
Oh, God.
All right. We should try and make Ramble Sunday shorter, but then it wouldn't be Ramble, would it? No, I guess not. I guess we're stuck in a paradox. Damn it. Damn you, physics! That was completely inappropriate and not applicable. Anywho. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for listening to our crazy random crap. And we do appreciate all of our viewers, and we really do love the silver community. It's a brilliant community.
I love it. I'm not even really part of it.
You're in it.
I'm more of an outsider
You're
looking in.
in it up to your eyeballs.
I appreciate, the supportive nature of the community, and it's really nice. It's nice to see you have meaningful relationships with other human beings. That makes me happy.
Yeah. And the great thing about this medium is that, these people are just a video away.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's much more instantaneous than like pen pal stuff, but hey, it same effect, same thing.
So it's pretty cool.
It is.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. As always, rate. That's not a word. Subscribe and comment below, and we appreciate all of you. And I hope you guys all have a really, really good day. And be good to each other. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.